Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
Ocho, there's no more guessing. Cowboys have officially hired Brian Schottenheimer, who was their offensive coordinator last year. Jerry made the move and he was comfortable. Now, mind you, remember the reports that came out, Jerry really liked Deion and Steven really wanted Brian Schottenheimer. And he really wanted Jerry really liked Coach Prime, but Steven, they were really butting heads. And I came over here and said, Ocho, that's some bull jive. Everybody knew it was some bull jive, but it was just something to smoke screen. Hey, we talked to Coach Prime. That's our minority. Hey, that's our one token. Boom, we get on. We go with that. And the Cowboys, notably, they didn't interview any of the top candidates. The Ben Johnson, Cliff Kingsbury couldn't talk because he was in the going week to week. So you could only talk if you were in the bye week. So Nagy, Spagnola, Aaron Glenn, none of the top candidates were interviewed by Jerry. Brian Schottenheimer. Again, my only problem, Ocho, I don't have a problem. Chat, I don't want anybody to think that I have a problem with the hire. But don't give me this bull jive. You want somebody that called plays. Mike McCarthy called plays.
Yeah.
See? We want somebody with previous head coaching experience. We want somebody that called plays. Brian Schottenheimer's never been a head coach. He didn't call plays. That's neither here nor there. Ocho, what do you think about the hire?
I mean, obviously, Jerry wants to continue his reign with power. He doesn't want to relinquish that power. He wants to be in control of everything. And he hired a coach that will fall in line with just that.
And bring, you know what else, Ocho? Not to cut you off, bring Jason Witten on.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. So, again, Jerry getting in the way, again, doing things his way, and the definition of insanity, Chad, you stay with me now. The definition of insanity is doing things over and over and over in a way you see fit and expecting different results. The results have been the same for years, and you continuously do it. Jason Garrett, Mike McCarthy, now Mr. Schottenheimer. Nothing is going to change until you remove yourself and get out the way and allow people to do their job. Not you trying to do multiple things at once.
Chan Gailey, Dave Campo, Wade Phillips, Jason Garrett, Mike McCarthy, now Brian Schottenheimer, all of them. Nothing changed. It's just different names, but nothing's changed.
Any of the people that you just called, will any of them challenge Jerry? Will any of them challenge Jerry?
Hell no.
My point exactly.
And you let him fill your staff, and you let him like, well, I want this guy to be on your defensive staff. I want this guy to be on your offensive staff. No coach is going to do that. No, they're not going to do that.
You pick.
That's if it's one thing, Ocho. I go to a company and I'm looking around. I'm going to give them an opportunity. That don't mean I'm going to keep them. But if I like what I hear, I'll keep them. But I'm not going to let you tell me, well, you got to keep this VP, or you got to keep this CFO, or you got to keep this CO. No, hell no. That ain't happening.
I mean,
but another thing, Ocho. Not one other team attempted to interview Brian Schottenheimer. No. Now, all I want to know is this. Look, I'm going to get me somebody else won't. Because if nobody else wanted, that's something you trying to tell me something I don't know.
Well, you got to think about it. Think about it now. Look at the elephant in the room. Now, the coaches that were available, we talk about good coaches. And also the coaches that were also available that could have come to Dallas, that could have interviewed in Dallas, wouldn't go for the shenanigans. You think Ben Johnson finna stand down? You finna tell Ben Johnson who we can bring on and who we can't? Aaron Glenn, I mean, obviously he wouldn't get the job anyway. You think Aaron Glenn is gonna come to Dallas? You gonna tell Aaron Glenn what type of staff he can put together?
But people believe he can work with Coach Belichick. Can you imagine him telling Coach Belichick, hey, I want Jason Witten to come on and he gonna be your coach in waiting?
Man, Belichick will tear Jerry's world down. Absolutely not. You have to get out of your own way. You have to. You don't have a choice.
He's been an offensive coordinator before. He's with the Jets for 3 years. His highest points per game, they were 13th. He called for St. Louis. The highest points per game was 21st. He also called in Seattle. His highest points per game was 6th in 2018. He had three top 10 offenses as far as points. He averaged 28.7, 25.3, 26.8. And then that ended. And this was his first foray back as being a coordinator, correct? Okay. So he's been a coordinator. He's been a coordinator for 11 years, had some success, orchestrated 3 top 10 offenses in Seattle, none in the top 20 in St. Louis, and none in the top 10 in at the Jets.
He's with the Jets for 6 years.
He was with the Jets.
Started in 06.
But he wasn't the coordinator though, was he?
He was.
He was?
Just a little longer.
Okay. Okay. So he was there with Rex. Oh, okay. So we know those offenses back then, Ocho, was run the football, play behind the defense. It was more ground and pound. But his most success, it came in Seattle. He did have great success in Seattle with Russ. Sixth in points per game, 9th in points per game, 8th in points per game. That's a pretty good resume. But we know why he got the job. It's because Jerry wants someone that he can control. It's really that simple. There's no other. I'm not going to make it a black-white issue because I don't believe it's a black-white issue. It's a control issue. Jerry wants control. Jerry wants control because Jerry wants credit. None of the blame, but the control. Because this thing fell apart, I can't believe this happened. I'm shocked as anybody. No, you're not shocked as anybody. You put this ish together. You should be the least shocked that it fell apart. But like you said, you do what you've done, you get what you've always gotten. It's hard for me to believe I can be in a scenario. At some point in time, I'm going to change something. If I get the same results for 30 years and my objective, but Jerry's a promoter. Jerry's not trying to win. Jerry's not fooling me. He might fool some of the fans in Dallas, and I think for the most part, they've even caught on. Jerry's all about selling. Jerry looks at it like anytime they're talking about me, that's good enough. We don't need to talk. They don't need to talk about me winning championships. They don't need to talk about me being that. They're talking about me. So I'm in the news. That's good enough for him. And I don't see it changing. They bring back the same cast. If you look at guys leave Dallas and play well, look at now Neville Gallimore. He went to the Rams, ball out. I'm just saying, they make a trade for a guy at Carolina.
Mingo.
They give a 4th round draft pick, and the guy had how many catches? He might have had 4 catches the rest of the
Mingo?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously, man. Listen, I don't know what Jerry is doing. I can't question it. I've been around football for a very long time. Obviously, not as long as you have, and not as long as he has. He's an owner. He's a GM. Hell, he's every goddamn thing. He just thinks his way always works, and the fact that he wants credit is just beyond me. You know, when you can look at the landscape of the NFL with all the owners that consistently win, all the other franchises where they win consistently. You know, the Packers, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Steelers. I mean, teams that have a rich history in winning, you know, in the past.
The Eagles. Everybody's going to the championship since he's been.
You don't see any of the owners front and center making decisions, you know, pigeonholing head coaches, not allowing them to pick their staff, people that they work well with. I mean, all that matters. All that matters. And the fact that control and credit is what he wants is ridiculous. And
but if you know
the franchise,
Jerry has probably, let's just say for the sake of it, let's just be safe. He owns 10 other businesses. How many of those businesses you think he hands on?
Probably none.
None, because he doesn't know.
Right.
But yet he thinks he knows football.
Well, he's been around football the longest, so he feels like he knows
Okay.
it.
Boost Mobile is now legit nationwide 5G network. So I have to take a break from all the jokes here for just a second and put my serious voice on, because I would never ever joke about a 5G network that has invested billions in building 5G towers across the country. Not even once. Not even if Mr. Boost Mobile himself asked me to. There's nothing funny about it. Boost Mobile is now legit nationwide 5G network and also provide coverage across 99% of America. Seriously, visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store location to learn more. Boost Mobile network, together with our roaming partners, covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speed, not available in all areas. Yeah, I've been around a plow. It doesn't make me a tractor. What the hell you talking about? Just because you around something. Hey, as a matter of fact, Ocho, I'm sleeping in my garage tonight. That don't make me a car.
Yeah, that's a good one. I got you.
I'm just trying to figure out what makes him think he knows just because you're around something. Hell, Ocho, if somebody gonna give me the scouting report, I can read off what they wrote down. You think Jerry going to the Senior Bowl and out there looking, this guy got his notepad like, okay, guy got great pad level, drops his hip, great transition, change of direction. Oh, he bends the edge really well. I like the way he button press.
Yeah, he don't know. He not.
Hell no.
He's not detailing sharp like that, obviously.
Hell no. But there are guys that do. What's the guy name that runs the Cowboys? Will McClay. Will Clay. He knows. He writes the notes, gives them to Jerry, and they have a little selection. Okay, and who do we think is going to be available when we select at the time we select? They give them a list of names. Everybody have their thing. Well, Jerry, this is what we need. Okay, Jerry, this is what we need. Bruh, Michael Parsons fell in your lap. You ain't do nothing. CD fell in your lap. Come on, bro. That ain't nothing. They failed to you. They had an agreement. Devontae Smith, the Eagles wanted Devontae Smith. They're like, hey, we'll trade up. Just don't bother him. We'll let y'all trade. Okay, fine. Just don't select Parsons. Y'all not going to select Parsons. You're going to take Devontae, right? Okay, boom. CD fell in their lap. All the other receivers were gone. So who are they going to pick? They needed a receiver. Jetta was gone. Judy was gone. Ruggs was gone. Waddle was gone. Wow, he really went out on a limb and got CD. I need a receiver. He the last one left. Oh, no, my bad. Because Jalen Reagor went before CD.
Yeah, Reagor went to Philly, right?
Philly, yes. So Ocho, that ain't nothing if a guy just fall in your lap. No, if you want to impress me, do what Kansas City did. Zoom up the draft board and go get somebody. That's what's impressive. That lets me know, okay, they know what they're doing. You didn't do that. So I just don't get it. Mingo has 17 catches for 167 yards all year. He had 5 catches for 64 yards when he arrived in Dallas, and he played 8 games. Played 9 for Carolina. And they traded a 4th-round pick for him, right? 4th or 5th. Traded a 4th-round pick for that kind of production.
He doesn't know what he's doing, He may feel he does.
Yes.
But there's no way he does. It's not. You know, it's almost... It's almost.
Hold on,
like
let's see. When did hold on, Ocho? Did Justin Jefferson go before or after CD? He went a pick after?
He went after Jalen Reagor too.
Yeah.
He went 22nd.
He went 22nd. Oh, so you went CD and Justin Jefferson went 22nd. Check the numbers out.
Right.
Look at the numbers between the two. But he know football. Not that CD is a bad, because CD is a number 1 receiver.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know very many people that's taking CD over Jetta.
I mean, listen,
Maybe Cowboy fans, but I'm talking about if you poll GMs, you poll all 32 GMs, it says, okay, you got Jetta or you got CD. Because right now, people going to take Chase and Jetta. They won two. Both of those guys were unanimous first-team All-Pros. There weren't a whole lot of unanimous first-team All-Pros, but those two guys was two of them. And Jetta's damn near been an All-Pro every year, except last year, he got nicked. He went over 1,000 Ocho and missed like 7 games.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what his numbers would have been?
If he had,
ain't nobody close to him. His first 3 years, his first 4 years, his first 5 years. Nobody is close to those numbers. Now, with the season that Chase had, Chase might have an opportunity to get him, but he's going to probably need another 14, 1,500, which is possible with his quarterback and that system. But Jerry don't know what he's doing, man. And like I said, I don't got no problem with Brian Schottenheimer. I'm just saying this notion that he's scouring and he's trying to get the best man for the job, I don't believe he's doing that. I don't believe he's ever done that. Not since he's not going to get a Cowboy fan. Jerry is not going to get anybody that's going to offer him some resistance. Brian, let me tell you what Brian Schottenheimer doesn't have. Any say on the final 53. Any say in free agency. Any say in the draft.
And all those are things that the head coach should have some type of say or control over.
Just basically almost like, I guess, if they still have arranged marriages. Hold on, I'm the one that got to be with this lady. I need to know. You try to tell me what I want. I know what I want. Jerry this is an arranged marriage. Jerry is telling you, he's picking players, telling you what you need as opposed to what you want or what would best or what would fit best to the system. Now, is Zim coming back? I mean, as far as I know. See, that's another thing. What if Brian Schottenheimer want to hire his own DC?
No, that's crazy. I mean, listen, it's crazy the way things are run. Obviously, Jerry has the power. We understand that. He's going to exercise that right and that power at every turn and every chance he gets. Every chance and every turn he gets. He's killing his own franchise. He's killing his own team.
He just doesn't get it. And I look here. It's hard to say CD ain't top 5.
He's top 5.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, 1, 2. I think you and I are in agreement. 1, 2, Jetta, Chase, Jetta. It goes year to year. Last year it was Jetta. I mean, last 2 years, but the first couple of years it was Jetta. Chase has been gangbusters, triple crown. Triple crown? I mean, this was Chase's third year. So it's not very many guys that get an opportunity to win the triple crown so soon. Smitty won it in 2005. So that was close to it because Smitty came in 01. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So his 5th year. My brother won the Triple Crown. He came in 88, so his 5th year. Jerry came in 85. He won the Triple Crown in 90 in his 6th year. Cooper Kupp, what year was Cooper Kupp when he won the Triple Crown? Couldn't have been no more than 3.
2020, 2020, 2021?
It was 2021, I think.
If I'm not mistaken.
When was Kupp drafted? 19? 2017. So, okay. So 5 years. So I mean, so about the average, about 6 years, Ocho, somewhere between 4 and 6 years is when guys normally win the Triple Crown. And not CD.
Jamal.
Chase won it the quickest. 3rd year. It's 4th year, right? What was this third year for him?
3rd year.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4th year. This is his 4th season. Because he's drafted in 21, remember?
He had 2 years left on his deal. So it would have been his 3rd year. 5th. No, he won it in his 3rd year.
No, he would have done the contract after his 3rd year. He played this year.
Okay, I see how you put it.
Yeah, because you got to count. A lot of times when you get confused, Ocho, is that people don't count the year he drafted. He played that year. He drafted in 21. He played in 21.
Right. I'm tripping.
So that's why, you see 1990 to 99, that's 10 years. A lot of times people will say from 90 to 2000. No, that's 11 years. So that's about the time frame, somewhere between 4 and 6 years. Guys, so Chase is just now entering in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
So you're gonna see big time production as long as and we saw even when what you call him got hurt last year, 2 years ago, Burrow, he still put up those numbers.
Most definitely.
Him. And that's what I'm seeing. When you got a guy, Ocho, and I don't have to alter anything, he's him. I ain't gotta stack him. I ain't got to punch him. I ain't got to put him in motion. I can just call a play and say, son, go get open. I can put him in the slot. I can put him out wide. Yes, I can put him in motion. Yes, I can stack him. He can run shallow. He can run deep. He got intermediate. He's great after the catch. He can high point the ball.
Everything.
What am I going to complain about?
Everything. Yeah, you know what? What's funny is maybe it's a handful of receivers that can do that, man. Only a handful.
Only a handful of them.
That's about only a handful, and literally a handful.
Yeah.
You know, and people in the chat might not understand what you mean. Hey, listen.
Take a 5-yard route and turn it to an 80-yard spectacular.
Man, every time you mess around and take a bad angle, mess around and miss a tackle. There's some receivers that make coaching job easy.
You're right.